Stone Barrington spotted the Santa Fe airport 10 miles out. Albuquerque Center, November 123 Tango Foxtrot has the airport in sight. N123TF, contact the tower on 119.5. Good day to you. Good day. He turned into the channel. Santa Fe Tower, N123TF, 9 miles to the north at 10,000. Request straight in for runway 20. N123TF, I have you in sight. Cleared for the visual to 20. Tango Fox, cleared for the visual. Stone lined up on the runway, reduced power, put in his first notch of flaps, and dialed in 8,000 feet. The autopilot began the descent. 5 miles out, he dropped the landing gear, slowing the airplane further. Then put in 35 degrees of flaps and let the airplane slow to approach speed. At the sound of the gear lowering, Bob, Stone's trusty yellow Labrador retriever, left his bed in the passenger compartment, jumped up on a seat, and looked out the window. At 500 feet above ground level, Stone slowed to reference speed of 107 knots, crossed the runway threshold, and settled smoothly onto the tarmac. As he put in the final notch of flaps to dump lift and began to brake, he spotted the Aston Martin parked on the ramp outside Landmark Aviation, and the tall blonde woman in sweater and slacks leaning against it. He turned off the runway, stopped and ran his after-landing checklist, then called the tower and was cleared to taxi to the ramp. A lineman waved him in next to the Aston Martin, then chocked the nose wheel. Stone pulled the throttles to the shut-off position and waited for the engines to spool down before turning off the main switch, which shut down the instrument panel. He struggled out of his seat, opened the cabin door, grabbed his briefcase, kicked down the folding stairs, and allowed Bob to deplane first. Gala Wild met them at the bottom of the steps, planted an enthusiastic kiss on Stone's lips, and scratched Bob's back. "Welcome back," she said. "We've got dinner at 7 at the Eagle's house." Gala was the sister of Mrs. Ed Eagle, Susanna Wild. Stone retrieved his overnight bag from the forward luggage compartment and tossed it into the rear of the Aston Martin along with his briefcase, which used nearly all of the available luggage space, then got into the passenger seat and let Bob crowd in beside him. "I'm ready for a drink," he said. "Sadly, I don't keep the stuff in the car, so you'll have to wait another 20 minutes. "I'll try, but I may get the shakes. Flying always makes me thirsty." She started the engine, which emitted a pleasing guttural noise, then waited for the gate to open. "Good flight?" "Boring flight, the best kind. I read the Times and did the crossword." "Good crossword?" "Saturdays are always a bitch. They're the most fun." "Thank you, I think." Stone laughed. That wasn't a personal reference. 20 minutes later, they pulled into the driveway of her house in the village of Tsuke, on the northern rim of Santa Fe. He grabbed his luggage and followed her to the master's suite, while Bob paused to inspect the grass, then followed. Stone dumped his bags in the master bedroom and followed her into the kitchen sitting room, where a leather-covered rolling bar held a nest of bottles. Bob settled for Tsuke well water. "Knob Creek?" "Of course." "Have you tried their rye?" "Didn't know there was one." "There is. Shall I pour you one?" "Go ahead. I'll be brave." She handed him a glass and poured herself one. They both sipped.